It's time to put a new tire on my Inmotion V10F. In order to do this, I need to disassemble it quite a bit. I need to remove these pedals. Last time I did it, there was a little bit of corrosion, making it kind of stuck. Hopefully I can get past that this time. I have to remove these panels. The last time I did that, I put a little crack in it. Can't see it from here. Oh, there it is. There's a little crack in it when I was trying to pry this up. The video was not very good at telling me how to do that. And I've been experimenting with some padding on the side. Excuse me for it not looking very nice. I'm going to try to make it look nicer on the new panels I just bought. If you're a handful of tools, it should be enough. New tire and inner tube. Coupon for 10% off my next purchase. I've got 2 new panels to replace the old 2 that I cracked. I did not buy a new pad for the top there. I'm going to make my own. A new tail light. My old one isn't working anymore. Oh. So anyway, when I was removing the old ones, I had pulled out all the little screws holding things in. Go in here. And when I was trying to pry it up with a screwdriver, like they said, this little catch caused a break here as I was prying. So before I put it on, I'm going to file down this corner so that it will pop off a little easier next time. Alright, yeah, that coupon might come in handy. I just might buy my girlfriend one of these if she enjoys riding. A little multi-tool here. I got a better one, but it's on my bicycle and it's in the shop. And the guy hasn't given it back, and it's been there for over 3 weeks. I'm a little upset with him. It's alright. Let's get this started. One thing they don't illustrate in the video, I had to learn it the hard way. There are these 2 little washers, one here and one here. And when this pin slides out, see the end of it are here. I've been tapping it already. The screwdriver is here. When this pin slides out, these washers are going to roll somewhere. And I've got it tilted up slightly so that gravity should make them roll into this little groove right here. Okay. So the pin slid out. Took a little work, but it wasn't too difficult. And the screwdriver I used to push it through is holding those washers in. Let's see what happens when I remove the screwdriver. 1, 2. Not bad. Well, there's the washers. These are the screws that went on the end there, holding that pin in place. Now pedal. Comes right off. And redo it on the other side. Okay, so this side actually even came off easier than the other side. Alright, I have removed all the 7 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them over here. The next step is to use a flathead screwdriver and pry it up. And this is where that crack happened last time. So as a learning experience, I'm going to try to remove it on this side first. Actually, in their video they had a little arrow pointing up here. I'm going to try removing the top first and then prying my way down. I don't have a tripod for this thing, so I'm going to have to do it off camera. Actually, I seem to have found a little spot right here for that purpose. And they got another one, seems right here. You know, I think I just found it. Yeah, looks like I just found it. Oh, what's it sticking on? It's coming. Got it. And this time, I didn't break it. Yeah, what do you know? There's a crack for what happened last time. But the catch is right here by my fingers. And when I pried from over here, it came up without any problems. So yeah, let's take a quick look at this. Put your screwdriver, let go over here, and then work your way down. Much better. Now I know how to do that right. Maybe these next side panels will last me longer. Okay, after removing the side panels, I removed the plate that was here, these 7 screws, just these little ones, and then I removed these 4 screws here, and that's these 4 big ones. Put that aside. I'm going to leave the light plugs plugged in for now, just disconnect the main one on the other side. Okay, I've done the same thing over here. I'll put them into the tray in a moment. This is the wire going to the motor, and it also has this little connector over here. This should be the main one. According to the video, I think I should unplug this first. I'll double check before I do it. And there's another plug over here. And I'll do the same thing with these 4 bolts I did on the other side. I'll put them over here in this tray. Double check the video, make sure I've got that right. Yes, they call it the control board. It's the control board cover, and this is the main cable, the battery. They unplugged this first. This is going to the motor, and this little thing right here, motor sensors. So that's what I'm going to unplug, and then I'm going to stand it up and try to pull the motor and the wheel away from the body. Theory, this should just come right off. Ta-da! Success! Note to self, wire on the right side, arrow pointing forward. I don't know if it's important to get the tire on forward or backwards, or go either way. Alright, little comparison. My old tire and the amount of tread left on that. I'll put the mileage in on screen, and the new tire ready to put on. I was able to remove this old tire without any tools. I've worked on bicycles enough that I can do that without too much problem. So yeah, that's quite a difference. The tread depth there is pretty well nothing. There's a fresh tread on here. Hopefully I can get another 2,000, 2,500 miles out of this new tire. Focus there. The handle came off after removing these 4 screws. It fit rather snug on the top there and wasn't coming off at first, so I removed this by pulling these 2 screws out. That was not necessary. So if you're removing the handle, you can just leave those in, assuming the handle is working right. Now, I've got that off of there, and it probably go just fine without that trolley handle on there at all. And I removed the rear cover here. Now you want to, it kind of slides into place right here. It's got a little track, so you don't want to remove it this way. That could break it. So now I've exposed the tail light and the rear speaker. I've unwrapped the replacement sitting over here. But I've already removed these screws, and I'm not seeing how to remove the whole thing. I imagine I just pry it off, but I don't want to break it, so I'm going to double check the video again. Factory video, see what they say. Okay, the factory video has them removing the front light module, and this rear light module apparently should just slide out, and it does. And there are the wires. One. Arm's being a little stubborn. My other hand will do it. Alright, I've plugged the new one in. There's a little edge on here. That goes in first. There, like that. And this just pumps right into place. Tight fit, but they got it right. Alright, before I put the covers on, test this. The light is now functioning. So yes, that was indeed the problem, the bad bulb. Headlights is working fine. Look closely at all this gadgetry. The blinking light. There's a blinking light. And all kinds of stuff seems to be working as it should. Let's put those side panels and those foot plates back on. Now the finished product. You might be able to tell I flattened down the pedal angle a little bit by nail filing the base. I used some reflective pinstriping that I got in the motorcycle shop up the road. Got that new tire. Got the homemade pads. I did not like the factory pads. I feel I get a little more control with this padding near my ankle. When they sent this, there did not have that red metallic strip just inside where I have the yellow stripe here. Maybe I have to pay extra for that, I don't know. But I didn't want it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.